Hey everybody, this is Dustin, RV Specialist. So today I'm on the roof of a 22 Solitude, and I don't have the model number handy, but the customer's in here and he had some issues with the roof. So first thing we seen that it's got some little baby tree branch marks throughout where tree branches has hit it. You can also see the sharp line here, here, and here where we do have flexing. So let me zoom in here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the sheets, you can see when I'm stepping, the sheets are actually flexing and I don't know if they're, coming loose or what. Then there's actually back here, right there, there's a couple screws that are backing out. But so what we're really concerned with, and so the customer's going to be turning this into insurance. So keep in mind, this is a 3-year-old unit. He hit some high winds and air came up through either the side seams or up through the front of the cap. And then this one didn't have the double molding on it that we've usually been putting on. So as you can see where it ripped the rubber roof membrane. Now this is something that's not a Grand Design technically issue, right? Whether it be from, not enough glue or any of that kind of stuff, it had been fine for several years. So this again is something that the wind is coming up from underneath the gutter rails on the sides, as well as coming up through under the cap and pulling and lifting the membrane from the surface of the roof and yanking it out. So this customer ended up putting some patch tape on it to get him by, and then he used a rope, and he's got a rope that's tied clear down to the sides, wrapped around it to keep it from coming loose. You can also see the different tree branch scratches and the marks up here on the roof and different lines where it's hit. It also ended up tearing the material over here in the corner on both sides. So you can see that spot there. There's another spot over there where all this completely ballooned, like completely lifted up and rose to the point where it tore it just from the pressure of it. We just had one in here yesterday on a reflection. I don't remember what year, but we do have pictures of it, so I'll get that posted in the group here as well. But again, keep an eye on high winds. Again, this isn't something that you're going to go back and say, somebody did this or that wrong. It's just from high winds, and as they've discovered, like now, there's a different process that needs to be done. So when we're doing the roofs here at the shop, we're actually injecting in between the front cap and the roof surface with sealant, as well as adding a second molding to prevent this from happening, as well as coming back and sealing partial of the gutters to help keep any crosswinds from coming up. And then when we go ahead and do the roofs, a lot of times people are complaining online about how the side edges are coming loose or whatnot. And that may be from something where it's has to have tolerances to move like that, but when we do it, we glue them all the way out to the edge. So anyway, stay tuned for more. We got some room on the lot. Today is Wednesday. We got another Solitude over there that hit the rear wall. We're getting ready to replace the whole rear wall on. There's momentum with some other stuff, another reflection. There's another reflection over there, and I believe there's one over in the shop. So anyway, stay tuned for more, and we will get back to you once we get this approved and get this in here and get it started. Thanks so much for watching.